Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, Thoughts by Joanna to Angelis, through our dear beloved Divaldo Franco in this beautiful, amazing book. Let us get into today's lesson. So, beautiful thoughts for us today. It says, you can and should be happy. It is your free choice. Thank you, Joanna, for such an empowering message, right, friends? So, in a world with challenges and uncertainties, it's easy to lose sight of our own capacity for happiness. We may find ourselves caught up in the pursuit of external validation or chasing after elusive goals, believing that true happiness lies somewhere beyond our reach. But the truth is, happiness is not something to be found outside of ourselves. It is a state of being that we cultivate from within. We have the power to shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, from dwelling on the past to really embracing the present moment, from seeking validation from others to finding fulfillment within ourselves. But choosing happiness is more than just a fleeting emotion. It is a conscious decision to live life with gratitude, resilience, and optimism. It means acknowledging that while we may not always have control over what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. It's embracing that inherent beauty and wonder of life, even in the face of adversity. Finding joy in the simple pleasures and everyday miracles that surround us. In the Spirit's book, book 4, Hope and Consolation, right? In a chapter, Happy Joys and Sorrows, it actually, Earthly Joys and Sorrows. Question 920 says, can human beings enjoy perfect happiness on earth? Spirits respond, no, because corporeal life has been appointed to them either as a trial or as an atonement. People must reduce their misfortunes themselves and make their lives as happy as possible while on earth. So, as we are combining Joanna's messages and our thoughts together, friends, with the Spirit's book, we start to see that this is something that is actually very hopeful. Because if we know that we're all, experiencing challenges and we're all going through these trials and atonements, we're not alone. And that in itself is powerful, but also because we're in different places and situations, and we can help each other out. We can be there for one another and create this beautiful support system. And as it continues, dear friends, is question 921. We understand that human beings will be happy on earth when the human race has been transformed. Meanwhile, can people ensure a moderate amount of happiness for themselves? Right? Kind of thinking of this question in a different space, but this is how the spirits respond. Human beings are often the architects of their own unhappiness. If they obey God's laws, they spare themselves much sorrow and also secure all the happiness corresponding with the human condition. So there's a couple of thoughts for us too. Architects is exactly what Joanna said. It's our choice, right? So what are we building? What kind of angles and shapes and shades and what kind of art are we creating around us? And obeying the laws, right? Again, this is something that will take time and we will progress. So that gives us that hope that we are not alone and that there's these laws that are on our side to help us as we're understanding, right, this human condition, which we know Joanna herself is about that human experience. This thought, friends, is so powerful. The spirits here, along with Allan Kardec, and that question 921 with this thought for us. People who are positive about their future destinies view their physical life as a temporary station. It is for them a momentary stopover at an awful hotel. They easily find solace for the fleeting frustrations of their journey in the fact that it is bringing them to a new and happier position, which will be all the more favorable in proportion to the preparations they have made. In this life, we're punished for violating the laws of corporeal existence via the suffering that is the consequence of these violations and by the suffering that results from our own excesses. When we trace human troubles back to their origin, we find that the overwhelming majority, are the result of an initial deviation from the right path. This deviation forces us to enter a wrong path, and each subsequent step brings us more deeply into this misfortune. So, what steps are we taking? What are we doing as we're walking and seeing this? And what perspective are we gaining? And are we choosing to activate in moments of challenges and frustrations, friends? And to end this beautiful message with the Spirit's book, earthly happiness is relative to each person's position. So that what suffices for the happiness of one can be the cause of misfortune for other. Is there a common standard of happiness for everyone? And Spirit says, with regard to material life, it is the possession of what is necessary for survival. With regard to moral life, it is the possession of a good conscience and the belief in a future life. And that moral aspect of our lives. That's the one that Joanna is trying to help us as we're molding it and we're growing into it, right? And so let's take ownership of our happiness and refuse anyone to rob us of that joy that God so rightfully gifted to us, friends, and cultivating this mindset of positivity and possibility, and watching as our own life transforms in ways we never thought possible. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that happiness is not a destination to be reached, but a way of life to be embraced. So let us choose happiness, not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of our world, right? This is charity. This is something that a spiritist comes right with us that we need to remember. And let us inspire others to do the same, spreading joy and light wherever we go, as we know we are energy. And what energy are we creating? And what can we do with that, dear friends? That is today's message. It is so powerful. We got this. We are good. God is taking care of us. Let us keep moving forward. Let us make those choices of joy. I use it affirmations, prayer, support groups, reading positive things, going for walks, right? We have pets, and all the beautiful relationships that we have. Let's hold on to those and make the best. Dear friends, that is today's message. Thank you so much. Until next week, same place, same time. And let us not forget to tune into other programs here at Kardec Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. And let us remember, we are loved. Bye, friends.